sex is a gift from God. He created it, all of it. The purpose, the pleasure, the intimacy, everything. If we, as the church, as mature Christians who are supposed to be teaching and imparting wisdom onto the younger generations in the church, if we don't talk about sex, if we don't talk about what's happening in the world around gender identity, if we're not part of that conversation, if we don't talk to them about their bodies, about the natural sexual desires that come up in a person, they'll undeniably learn all of those things from worldly sources, just like I did, just like many who came to Christ later in life did, while we were living apart from Christ. But sex doesn't belong to the world, so what good is that going to do them? What good will that do anyone? No good. It will do no good. It will only serve the cause for self-destructive behavior. And most of the time, especially with something that has such a strong pleasure aspect, you don't know it's self-destructive until you're destroyed. Until you're left there trying to pick up the pieces of yourself. Do you want that to be the experience of the majority of our young people in the church? God doesn't. They will learn that sex is purely for one's own gratification, that it is this selfish and casual thing, that it can be a tool for manipulation, that it's something not to catch feelings over, something that you just sort of do as part of the dating process. You do it even before loving a person. That sex can be a way to test compatibility, to make sure you've got all the details before committing to a person. Similar thinking to living together before marriage. Most of the time, never actually ending up committing because the premise is all wrong. You're not doing it to see if you're compatible. You're doing it because you're selfish and you just want to do it. Or you have commitment issues. They'll learn that sex and gender is somehow different, and that doctors assign your sex at birth, but that your gender identity might be totally opposite. They'll learn that promiscuity is to a man's merit and to a woman's shame. Though today, women even have adopted the same kind of promiscuous attitude. I can have sex with whoever I want, whenever, and however many times. Today, women boast about serving their bodies on a platter, thinking that they're empowered by whoredom, which isn't a new thing at all. That is precisely what men have for so long believed about themselves, wearing their promiscuity with pride, thinking that the more sexual partners they have, the more masculine they can claim to be, or thinking that men were simply never made for monogamy.